We've all been there, right? You run to the grocery store. You purposely buy less stuff than you used to. You get up to the checkout register and somehow your bill is still well over $100. You walk out to your car with barely 2 bags of groceries. It is beyond frustrating.
So we really have to ask, why does less food cost more? When you actually dive into the numbers, you realize you aren't going crazy. Your appetite hasn't magically doubled. The entire pricing system has quietly shifted right under our feet. The math just doesn't add up anymore, and it is absolutely not your fault.
In today's explainer, we're going to break down 4 things: the shrinkflation trap, hidden price increases, the psychological trick they use, and most importantly, how you can fight back.
Okay, Section 1, the shrinkflation trap. Basically, paying more for empty air. Get a load of this statistic. An absolutely staggering 72% of packaged pantry staples have actually reduced their net weight over the last 3 years. That means nearly 3/4 of the items in those center aisles have secretly shrunk on you.
Here is a perfect example of this tactic. We have the 2023 standard cereal box at 450 grams. But then, the 2026 Stealth change drops it down to 390 grams. You're grabbing that same cereal box at a pure muscle memory, right? You pay the exact same price, but you are completely unaware you just lost 60 grams of actual food.
And the beverage aisle? Oh, it's just as bad. The industry loves distracting us with a taller, skinnier bottle. It kind of tricks the eye into thinking it's bigger on the shelf, but it actually holds way less liquid. Your 1.89-liter orange juice quietly became 1.54 liters. It's a total illusion designed to sell you manufactured empty air. Moving on to Section 2, hidden price increases. These are the tactics masking true costs.
To really get this, we got to start at the farm level. When global oil prices surge past $100 a barrel, transport and manufacturing costs climb right along with it. Even things like nitrogen fertilizer prices jump 13%. All of these base costs cascade directly to the supermarket shelf. That inflation inevitably gets passed straight to your dinner plate.
Now, here is a fascinating and honestly super frustrating tactic to watch out for. It's called skimflation. This happens when a manufacturer cuts costs by reformulating a product. They swap in cheaper, lower quality ingredients without telling you a thing. For example, Conagra recently slashed the vegetable oil in their Smart Balance buttery spread by nearly 40%. Same exact box, but a noticeably worse product.
But wait, it gets worse. Have you heard of surveillance pricing? Stores are rapidly changing the cost of products based on consumer data. This literally means 2 buyers might pay entirely different prices for the exact same item. Stores are trying to use your own location and data against you. It's gotten so deceptive that Maryland just became the very first state to ban the practice in grocery stores.
Which brings us to Section 3, the psychological trick, how they avoid the unit price math.
If you ever see a flashy new look sticker bursting on a box, your alarm bells need to be ringing loudly. That label is almost always a cover-up for a smaller volume package. They redesign the packaging to distract your eye while the product inside literally shrinks.
Let's break down how this math actually works in what's known as the multi-buy trap. Stores will anchor you with a buy 3 for $15 sign. That makes you feel like you're scoring a huge deal, right? It implies they're $5 each. But buying the generic equivalent might only be $4 each. So your so-called deal actually ends up costing you $3 more. It's a total trap.
And the mind games don't stop there. You have fake sales, where items marked was $8.99, now $6.99 were actually always just $6.99. Then you walk past those end-of-aisle displays. Those are specifically stocked with premium high-margin items to trigger impulse buying. And of course, charm pricing. Using $4.99 tricks your brain into reading it as $4. The entire store is engineered to make you spend more, all while making you feel like a savvy shopper.
All right, Section 4, how to fight back. Practical habits to protect your wallet. But real quick, if you're finding this valuable, please subscribe to Wealth Lab and share this video with your friends and family. It really helps us grow. Okay, let's break down the actual habits you can use to outsmart the supermarket.
Step 1, you have to start ignoring that big, flashy price tag. Always check the unit price on the small shelf tag, like the cost per 100 grams. It is literally the only honest number on the entire shelf. Next, feel the physical footprint of the item. Check for those giant, sneaky dimples under jars that are just meant to hold less food. And lastly, skip the perishable multi-buys if they're just going to spoil in your fridge anyway.
Next up is what we call systematic testing.
Basically, try swapping out just one premium item for a store brand each week. Generic products are typically 30 to 50% cheaper. Plus, here's the secret, they are often made in the exact same factories as the premium brands. You're going to find they're usually identical in quality.
Finally, please do not fall for the loyalty trap. Don't let a 1% loyalty card return keep you from shopping at a completely different store that is 15 to 20% cheaper overall. Paying 20% more for your groceries just to earn a tiny points return is a terrible trade for your budget.
This quote really nails it. The math actually won't work. Start making decisions with accurate information instead. So if the old grocery math is totally broken, how much of your hard-earned money are you going to take back on your very next trip? Thank you for joining us today. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Wealth Lab. We'll see you in the next one.